tutti, benvenuti sul mio canale. Welcome to my channel, my YouTube channel. My name is Brit Bailey and I am from the UK and I currently live in Italy, a city called Turin. And I do informational videos about living in Italy. People wanted to move abroad, move to Europe, move to wherever. I'm just here to encourage you guys to do it, okay? Change your life, live a different life, do it. Anyway, let's get into this video. I've not made any notes for this video. I just thought about doing it and I'm going to do it. So, you have to become comfortable being the only one, okay? And I think this just goes in life, not only when you move to Italy or move to any other place in Europe, especially as a black woman, a woman of color, you have to be comfortable within your own skin. You have to be comfortable knowing that you are going to be the only one, all right? Be comfortable with being the only person of color in a room. You understand that? And I think if you're a person of colour, you kind of, or even if you're a person of colour or a person that is the minority in a country, you probably from a young age have become unknowingly comfortable with being the only person of colour in that room, okay? So let's put it into context now. You've come to Italy and you're just a little bit nervous about coming to Italy and or any place in Europe where, you know, you're going to be the minority. You might be nervous thinking, oh, I'm going to be the only black or I'm going to be the only Asian or whatever. And you might be nervous. And, you know, too right. Yeah, I think it's quite normal to be nervous. You're scared of how other people are going to perceive you or how other people are going to treat you. And unfortunately, guys, you know, we're in a world where there's good people and there's not so good people. So we have to prepare ourselves for negativity or other people not liking us just for our skin colour. That's just the way it is. That's something that we've got to think about. Unfortunately, we can't travel anywhere in the world that we want to travel because obviously there's some places where, you know, we are liked, we are tolerated, or we are liked in some places, we might be tolerated in other places, and there's some places where are no-go zones. Okay, anyway, so you have to be in your skin. If you're not very comfortable in your own skin at the moment where you are, you might find it a big challenge when you come to Italy or to when you travel to another country. You might find it a big challenge. Me, before I moved here, I was from Manchester, as I told you guys already, and I lived in London for a while. You know, Manchester and especially London is very multicultural, very diverse. You know, you've got Italians, you've got Spanish, you've got Africans, you've got Jamaicans, you've just got everybody, Indians, you've got everybody under one roof cohabitating and having a good time, all right? Manchester now is a little bit more different. It's less diverse than London. And as I was growing up, it was even the numbers were lower for ethnic minorities and the way that ethnic minorities were treated as well. But when I was in Manchester, I wanted to move back down to London because I knew that I would see more representation and more the things that I wanted to see with people of colour, if you understand what I mean. So for example, when I lived in Manchester, in high positions like executives, management positions, I seldom saw people of color, especially a black woman or a black man in any position of power, all right? When I moved down to London now, I noticed, okay, we're doing it here, we're doing it there, and that's something that I needed to see. It's something that I really need to see because you need to see these things when you're growing up because you just need to see them. You know, you need to see your people doing positive things, in management roles or, you know, making a lot of money. So I was happy to get that insight when I went to London. Then I moved on. Anyway, so that's basically when I moved to Australia. You know, Australia was there. Let's not get into that right now. But I became more comfortable. Traveling to all these different places made me become more comfortable within myself. Going to Australia, going to this place, traveling alone, gave me more confidence to travel around and be a woman of colour, be a black woman with dark skin, traveling around alone. Okay. It gave me confidence, right? So by the time now, let's fast forward, by the time I came now to Italy, to Torino, I was already kind of like, It didn't really, it didn't really bother me being the only black or being the only person of color, you know? So when you go, if you're studying here, you might be the minority in your class, and most likely you're going to be the minority in your class, and that's okay. Working, you might be the only black in your office, your entire office, and in your entire office. You might be in many rooms surrounding with friends, whatever, with your boyfriend's family. You're going to be the only person of color in that room. So you need to get comfortable with it, okay guys? You need to become comfortable within yourself. You need to build a wall. You need to build a barrier that's waterproof, stone-proof, everything proofs that anything negative comes your way regarding discrimination, anything, that you're solid. It doesn't knock you, okay? You're not the type of person that's walking down the street and think, oh, that person's looking at me because I'm black. No. That mentality kind of has to go out the window. Otherwise, you're going to be upset all the time, and we don't want that for you guys. I don't want that for you people. All right, sometimes in Italy, you're going to find this straight away. You might think, oh, this person's looking at me, they're racist, or they're treating me this way, there is racism, or it's this, or it's this. Sometimes, guys, when you're in it and you see how things operate here. I've been there for a while now, guys, so I know the way that things operate. I know the way that people are, and maybe if I didn't live here and I came just for a holiday, for a break, I could have seen those things as discrimination or racism. Is it because of this? Is it because of that? But when you live here, you can actually see that they treat everybody like that. Now, I'm not saying for a minute, guys, that there's no racism here, because okay. And I'm not saying that there is either, but black people do come and they do experience racism here, and whatever. But this is for another video. Okay, so let's get back to this one. Where was I? Let's get back to it. So you have to feel comfortable. That's basically my point of this video. And how do you feel confident? You just need to know that you're worthy, you deserve to be here, and you have the right to live here just like anybody else. Anything happens, if anybody does, or you think that somebody's got a problem, that's not your problem. What you need to learn to do is to mind your own business, all right? What John or Harry thinks of you and your skin, or any preconceived ideas of you, it's none of your business. It's none of your business. That's just it. It's none of my business what they think of me or what they don't think of me, all right? When you are walking, if people are looking, and you seldom get people staring, and you don't really know why. You don't really know what's the reason why a person is staring at you or looking at you. You don't know. You just don't know why. You can assume it's because I'm black, or you can assume it's because they might be looking at you because you're beautiful. They might be looking at you because of your top is nice. I have experienced encounters where I've seen people looking at me to the point where I felt quite uncomfortable. I said to my boyfriend, like, this person is looking and staring at me. And then the person came over and goes, oh, che bello, blah, lissimo, they come up, actually said positive things to me, guys. So you never know. Don't assume it's always negative, right? Don't assume it. So confidence in yourself. If people are going to look at you, give them something to look at. If you are the only person in your town of color, give them something to look at. Wear your chest up, your shoulders back, dress nice, and feel confident, and do what you need to do, okay? Walk. Do what you need to do. Give them a show, guys. So yeah, that's basically my video. And this is whether you're a woman in a male-dominated environment. Again, arms back, do what you have to do. If you are different you are the minority in a place, you need to have a certain amount of confidence. You can't be blown with the wind. If this happens, you have a bad day. If this person looks, you have a bad day. And what I've noticed is that it's very interesting. The women here, some women, not all, can be starers. They can look, all right. And when I first came here, I was like, wow, this woman is just looking at me, Jesus. So, and the look is one of these looks where it's like this. Let me show you the look. You know that look? Those type of looks. It's a proper thorough examination. And then I started to know, when I used to get on the metro and stuff like that, I started to realise that this is, I'm not saying it's a thing here, but I don't know why this examination of women happens, and it's between women and women, I noticed. It's a look. I don't know if they notice that they know that they're doing it, but it definitely happens. It's like a monitor up and down. They need to get every aspect of the person. It's like like a scan. So that's something that you might encounter here when you come in. Don't feel offended by it. Sometimes I just, you okay? I might even ask, are you okay? Or wave, or just give a smile. That's what you can do, guys. At the end of the day, it's none of your business. Live your life, become comfortable in your skin, read some self-help books, be around positive people that love you and not in any way bothered about the way that you look. Just do that. Put yourself in the correct environment. And if you do have a problem, or you not say if you do have a problem, but if you are very nervous about being the only person of a certain race in a city or in a country or in a place in Italy or wherever, I would say just definitely go to the bigger cities. Go to the bigger cities and where there's more diversity. So somewhere like Milan, Rome, maybe Florence, wherever, somewhere like that. That's a bit bigger. I actually, when I first arrived there, I went to a city called Villafranca in the north in Sicily, guys. Now, the word tells you all you need to know. It's like a town. And I was fine there. There was me and there was another girl, another teacher, a blonde girl with curly hair. And we both got on fine. We both got on fine. She also had gripes about the women staring at her too. And a lot of the other expats that I meet are also quite aware of that X-ray, I call it X-ray look that can happen. But you just I don't get offended by it. I just think it's just something that happens here, something that people do here. I don't know why. Because in other places it's really rude to stare or rude to look at people, especially for a long period of time. So anyway, guys, be proud of who you are, okay? Whether you are a woman, if you're trans, if you're gay, if you're black, if you're white, if you've got big curly hair, if you look different, be proud of who you are and walk it. All right? Okay, guys, well, thank you for watching this video. Ciao.